Hey everybody, I am here just at our family flint knapping spot right here by the side of the road, and I want to show you how to make a stone knife. And people think of a stone knife, they usually think about something like this. Very generic stone knife with an antler handle, a processed flake right here, nice saw edges. This is a really nice tool, but that's not what we're going to be making today. Today, we're going to be making a microlith. And a microlith is a raw flake in just a wooden handle. Here, wrap it all up with sinew, and that's how we're going to make it. So to start off, I'm going to need a couple of different tools. One, I'm going to need the actual flake itself for the blade. Two, I'm going to need a couple of tools to just cut my piece of wood that I'm going to use as my handle. So I'm here at our family flint knapping spot, as I said, and we have some different flint here. And I'm gonna find a piece that I like and set it up on my leg. So I have a protective pad here. This is for when the flakes come off, they don't stab into my leg. I'm gonna take a rock. I'm gonna find an angle where there's a slight point, just right where there's a good corner. All right, so right in here, I just pulled off a couple of nice flakes. So this flake is a really nice flake because it has some different types of edges. So this one here is a very sharp edge right here, good for skinning and carving. This edge is a nice blunt and curved. This is good for woodworking, where you can scrape away at something, and we have some other blunt edges for the same idea, scraping. Now, when I'm cutting my handle, I'm going to need something to saw with. So, I'm going to take this pad here, put this piece right like this, and I'm going to do some pressure flaking. What pressure flaking means is I'm going to be taking miniature pieces of flint off from this point, making a saw edge like this. And here I've taken off these little flakes, making a jagged saw edge. This can be used for any pieces of wood, just sawing through like that. Now I'm gonna go for my microlith blade. Cool. Right here is the blade I'm going for. It has a nice sharp edge. It's nice and thin. I'll be able to put my piece of wood right here, and it's going to be a really nice blade for my microlith. So I found the little tree that I want right here, and I'm going to cut myself a section for my handle of my microlith. I'm just going to be sawing here, getting all the way around this piece of wood. I chose a green tree so that it's going to be a little bit easier for my stone tools to be working with. Switching hands. Alright, so here, once I've gotten all the way around, I'm just gonna bend this little tree and break it off right here, and then I'm going to find the area that I want and cut it. I'm gonna start cutting it right here. Now that I've gotten all the way around, I'm gonna break it like this. Okay, and take some of these branches off with my woodworking edge. You know, make it a little more comfortable for my hand. Alrighty, so next is I need something to tie all this together. So I have this sinew here, and I am just going to take a couple of these long fibers out here, and these I am going to put into my water here in this clay pot, and this is going to slowly begin to expand like rawhide. And what's going to happen is it's going to get super big and nice and malleable, and I'm going to wrap it super tight around my flake in my handle, and that is what is going to hold it in place. It's going to shrink together, and it's going to make a super nice primitive duct tape. Alrighty, so we are in our last part of the microlith. So I have my stick. I'm going to take this flake that I chose to baton it. Now what this is I'm just going to split it so I can put my blade in. I'm going to pound this in. Now I have a nice split in there. Take this one out, get my microlith blade, put it in however I want it, gently tap it in. I want to position it in the right angle that I want. Drive that in, nice and deep. Have it in, and now I'm going to take my sinew and start just wrapping around the base. Here, make sure it's nice and tight. Tie it in just a square knot. Get another piece and continue doing the same thing, wrapping around. Also, though, I can start to wrap over my flake like this to keep it in place when I am doing my skinning or carving, whatever that might be. Make sure I have nice long tails so it's easy to tie. And I'm just gonna keep wrapping this so it's nice and sturdy in its socket. Now that I've got it all set up, I'm going to take one of my flakes and just trim the ends of these pieces of sinew. Squeeze it in nice and tight. And right here I have my small microlith tied in securely with some sinew, all stone tools. I can take it here and begin carving this piece of wood or scraping or whatnot. Really though, where these stone tools shine is in animal processing. So that is really what they are for. So this would be a really good tool to like skin an animal or whatnot. Once the sinew dries, it is definitely going to be a lot sturdier in this split that I made. So this is a super cool tool, and It is able to do a whole bunch of different stuff. You know, very versatile tool. So yeah, I hope that you will be able to make one of these if you have the chance. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.